Hello everyone, so today's video is going to be a Valentine's Day look. I just wanted to go with something girly and soft and just Valentine's Day appropriate with all the pink hues. So if you want to see how to get this Valentine's Day look, then go ahead and just keep on watching. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into it. I already have my complexion done. So I use the NYX Born to Glow primer and then I went over it with my Makeup Forever HD foundation. And I bronzed a little bit with one of my Milani bronzers. Brows are done. I put on a little bit of mascara. I'm not sure why I went there. But we're gonna go ahead and start on the eyes today and just jump into it. So to kind of warm up the lid, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a Creme Brulee by Makeup Geek. It's just a matte light brown super neutral color. So that's gonna be our first transition shade. And that's just gonna go into our crease and warm it up a little bit. So this look I think is gonna be like a super simple like Valentine's Day look. I'm probably gonna do like a more dramatic look with some glitter next, but I wanted to start out with a super simple look just because I've been into really like nice, fresh looking face, I guess you could say. So I'm just warming that up. I'm slightly dragging it on the lid, but not too much, just very, very slightly on the outer part. The next color I'm going to go in with is Makeup Geek Cupcake. This is just a super nice pinky color. It is like the perfect, just girly, romantic shade. I'm going to put that in the crease as well. And this one you kind of want to build up so that it'll pop up a little bit more on you. And this is just, once it blends with Creme Brulee, it's going to give you like more of a rosy color. And this one you want to bring it in a little bit more into the lid. So make sure you pack this a little bit on the lid like so. Maybe on like the outer third and then drag it into your crease. Then I'm going to blend out the edges more with a fluffier brush. I'm going to go ahead and highlight my brow bone right now just to clean up that outer area as well. And I'm going to go in with Morphe Cream Puff. This is probably one of my favorite, I guess, single shadows from them because it's just a matte, super vanilla, super nice color. And it is super pigmented. Wow, I said super like a billion times. But I just really like it and it's perfect for this look. It's just a nice matte highlight. The next color I'm going to go in with is another Morphe single shadow, and this one's called Bridesmaid, and this is more of like a true dusty rose mauve color. This is like the epitome of that just mauve lip color that everybody loves to wear in a shadow form. So I'm going to concentrate this just in the crease. And you want to use light strokes with this because we just want to make sure that the product isn't getting all over the place. We want it just to mainly just hang out in the crease. That way it makes you look like you have more deeper set eyes. That's kind of the look I like to go for just because my eyes aren't so deep set and I really like the look of deeper set eyes. You just want to be gentle and just concentrate on having a light hand. So for the lid, we're going to go in with a MAC pigment, and this one is called Naked. It is like a nice, just vanilla-y, nude, really nice eyeshadow or pigment. And I'm going to go in with the Sephora 24-Hour Glitterguard base. And I'm just going to place that everywhere I want that pigment to stick. I'm going to lightly go in with some Fix Plus just so I can pick the product up, no problem. And then I'm just going to dip my brush in and start depositing that on my lid. So I'm going to let that set for a second and I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye as well. And as I'm packing it on, I'm kind of rounding the top so it looks a little bit more clean upon application. with some of the Makeup Geek Cupcake, I'm gonna lightly blend these two colors together, just so it looks a lot more blended and there's not a harsh line between the eyeshadows. And I'm going in with the lighter Cupcake color first because I want it to be a soft blend. I don't want it to be anything harsh, so I'm not going in with the darker eyeshadow. Okay, so now that is blended. For the inner corner highlight, I'm gonna dip into my NYX Strobe Genius palette. This palette, I've just been living for it. And I'm gonna go in with this, why am I spitting so much? I'm gonna go in with this purple kind of iridescent color. It's really nice and super brightening. So I'm gonna use that as the inner corner highlight, and I'm actually going to wet my brush a little bit when I use it. Then I'm going to slightly blend it up. It's just going to give us a nice bright inner corner. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to go ahead and just start and put Bridesmaid super, super close to the lash line. And then I'm going to blend it out with Cupcake. I'm keeping it super close to the lower lash line, and then I'm not bringing it all the way in because I don't want my eye to look closed off. And I'm going to blend it out with Cupcake, and I'm going in with a fluffier brush, but I'm only using the tip. And this is so it just kind of brings the shadow down a little bit more. And I'm going in super light with this. I'm going to go ahead and do a couple coats of mascara. I'm just going in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. And then I'm going to go in with my Salon Perfect 614 lashes. They're just super wispy and I think really appropriate for this look. I mean, let's be honest. They're appropriate for every look, but I really I can't talk. I really think they're appropriate for this look just because they're a soft, wispy lash. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some mascara to blend my lashes with the lashes I wish I had. Okay, so I already have some bronzer on, so I'm gonna go ahead and lightly contour. I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild contour palette. I've been seriously obsessed. It's been so bomb. I really, really love it. I really like the contour shade. And that's all I can say. Don't want anything obviously chiseled. I like softer contours. I am going to clean it up just because I like how that looks. So I'm going to take my Real Technique sponge and just drag it right here with that yellow shade and just brighten that up a little bit more and make that pop. I'm actually going to put a little bit on my forehead because I feel like I dragged my bronzer down a little bit. And some right here. So I'm going to leave that on there for a second or two. There we go. I'm going to let that bake for a second and then I'm going to go in with blush. I'm going to go in with Dandelion by Benefit. This has been like my favorite pink blush ever. It's just super soft and super nice and super flattering. It is just like the nicest soft baby pink. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and blend that out. Okay, and then for highlighter, I'm gonna go in with the Strobe palette again. So what I've been really liking doing is kind of dragging a little bit of this color, which is like a nice rosy color, to the apples of my cheeks. And I usually don't care to highlight the apples of my cheeks, but I've been really liking how this looks. And then I'll usually go in with either this one or this one. But I think I might do the lavender, not sure. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start my highlight right here, and then just kind of do a little bit on the apples of my cheeks. And then I'm gonna lightly go in with this one and just mix them together and highlight the tops of my cheeks here with it. And I'm gonna wet it a little bit just because I want it to be a little bit more intense and a little bit more dewy and glowy. Ooh, that does not taste good. I mean, come through. That's giving me all the life in the world. I'm gonna blend it out a little bit because I don't want that shiz to be too harsh. I'm gonna go in again, other side, those two colors. And since my brush is a little wet still, it's just gonna get. So for lips, I'm gonna go in with the Rimmel Exaggerate Full Color Lip Liner in Enchantment and the Matte Ulta Lip Cream in Striking. This is like a really nice purpley pink.